Light, deep breath in, closing your eyes, seeing beautiful sun, putting a smile on your face that can help, and then slow, long exhale, release, letting go. Good. Placing both fingertips on the mat and just reaching all the way up. Now what we're doing here is we are taking in positive energy. We are reaching up. We are visualizing beautiful white energy. And we're going to take it and bend our arms in towards our bodies. And then again, bringing our arms out to the side, reaching up, feeling this energy, holding up, holding up. And then reaching our arms just over our heads. Taking another deep breath in, like we're holding something, like we're holding a beautiful ball of light, of love. Taking a deep breath, exhale, and release down. Good. And we're just going to slowly drop our head from side to side, relaxing our shoulders. We're just starting to warm up our neck. As we do this practice, continue breathing in and out, and realize that everything does happen for a reason. Bring your head up and tilt it over towards the right side. Place the opposite hand on your head and just gently, gently put a little bit of pressure as you start to lengthen your neck here. Taking a few breaths in and out. Good. And switching sides. Feeling the stretch on the right side, taking a deep breath in and out. Good. And then bringing our arms out in cactus. So now we're opening up our chest, opening up our heart a little bit more, closing your eyes, squeezing in your belly. So sometimes when our heart is closed, sometimes when we feel like we just want to curl up into a little ball, we just want to disappear. These are the times where our bodies will sometimes react. So you might be feeling some physical pain during these moments of heartache and heartbreak, and they're totally normal. And just know that everything is a passing moment, and it will pass. Coming into your tabletop position, taking a deep breath in, and now we're going to drop the belly into some cat-cows, looking up. Taking a deep breath in. Good, and then curving the spine, bringing your belly button in, separating the shoulder blades, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good, and then placing our legs down, seated into a child's pose. So go ahead and drop your head onto the mat. Maybe sway from side to side. This is a good moment to close your eyes once more. And you could even visualize that you are protected. You are protected in this space, that there's almost a dome surrounding you and your mat. And you are protected from any sort of pain that anybody decides to or wants to inflict in our heart. And realize that we are the ones that are in control of our lives, and we're the ones that react a certain way to how somebody is treating us. And that eventually our hearts will heal and true love will come into our life naturally. Coming up again, flipping the toes, we're going to push up to our first downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent and just slowly walk out this downward dog. A really good distraction when you do feel like heartache is returning and the pain of rejection or the pain of love lost is starting to resurface. Sometimes just to get a different perspective on life, literally, is just by going upside down. So right now, just staring at your feet, letting the blood rush to your head, and taking a deep breath in and out, and then walking your hands towards your feet. Keep your knees bent, and we're just going to go into a light ragdoll. So grab onto your elbows, keep your knees slightly bent, and just sway from side to side. Really start to stretch your hamstrings and feel this in your upper back. And then release your head, shaking your head. Shake your head. Yes, I will find love. Say no, I will not let anything hold me back. And just swing from side to side. Good, and then reaching your hands down to the mat, dropping your head, and then walking your hands forward into your high plank position. Holding into your high plank, taking a deep breath. Now what we're doing here, we're just gonna rock forward and back. Forward and back, keeping our legs strong. Good. And then lowering the knees, we're going to pivot the left foot and we are going to extend our right leg out for a side plank variation. So we have our left hand on the mat, right arm goes up. Taking a deep breath, stretch up, look up. And then if you can, lifting the pointed toe and just squeeze the glutes. Sometimes we can really hold a lot of stress and tension in our glute, so it's good to stretch it out. Good, and then lower it down. Back into your tabletop position. Reversing the side, so I'm gonna switch over and pointing the opposite foot, which would be the left foot, and then over into your side plank. Reach over, pushing your hips forward as well. Nice. Good. And swing yourself around back into a wide-legged child's pose. So bringing your knees to the outer edges of your mat and then just sink your belly down. Another moment here to start to regulate your nervous system. If we want to distract our minds from any sort of pain that we might be feeling, moving our body is a really good way. Breath is a really good way. Getting outside into nature. Movement will help the heartache. Good. And then coming back up to your tabletop position, flip your toes, downward facing dog. So we are being really gentle on our bodies because when we do have to spiritually let go, we can go through a pain, a transition within our bodies, holding on to stagnant or negative energy. And we need to be able to release it gently and slowly so that it goes away forever. Lift your heels, bend your knees, jump, hop, or step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. So flat back, forward fold. Rise to stand, reach up. Reach up, look up. Good. Exhale. Bring your hands to heart center. Feeling your feet grounded on the mat. Maybe taking a second to close your eyes. Bring your palms forward in mountain pose. And just take some more deep breaths in and out. Now you should be able to notice that you feel a lot more calm. Now, one thing I want you to do, I know it sounds kind of funny, is we're gonna sway from side to side. So really gently, we're swaying from side to side, feeling one side of our body, so the weight going to our right foot and then our left foot. And we can move our head a little bit, almost like we're dancing. Or the wind is swaying us from right to left. Good. Being gentle on our bodies. Nice. Good. Bend the knees, rise to stand, reach up, look up. Hands to heart center, and then fold down into your forward fold. We're going to step back into your high plank position, one foot and then the other. And then on your knees or toes, we're going to chaturanga down. So just be gentle on your body again, floating all the way down and to the mat. We're going to come up into our Sphinx pose. So we have our shoulders over our elbows, and we're just going to push up, keeping the belly tight, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, And just looking forward, again, closing your eyes if it feels good. Pushing into the mat. Another good release here on the lower back. Good. Good, and then slowly lower down to the mat. We're gonna lift up to baby cobra or full upward facing dog, and then sit back onto our heels. Now let's put our toes on the mat here, so we're coming up in a little higher position. And just palms facing upwards. We're gonna close our eyes, take another moment of self-love. Good. And now we're going to open up our arms into cactus mode. Good. And then we're going to give ourselves some self-love. We're giving ourselves a hug and a squeeze. So bring your arms around and give yourself a nice squeeze, rolling the shoulders in. So actually giving yourself a hug. And then open up into cactus arms. Good, really pushing the shoulders back, trying to get the elbows to connect, keeping the belly in. And then another love hug. So actually, we can, and just go ahead and like rub your skin too. So when we go through any sort of maybe a separation, a love lost, or relationship ending, we can go through like physical pain of not being touched. So even having those times and those moments where we're connecting to our own bodies and we're holding ourselves and we're squeezing and we're, touching our skin, we can use that as a form of self-love, and it can make you feel better. And just know that this is just a time in your life where perhaps the universe is giving you that moment to go within, a moment in time for you to maybe transition in a way, and a moment to look within and do some self-improvement or self-work, and knowing that this is probably happening for a reason, and this is going to bring something better into your life. We're bringing our arms all the way up. Good, hands to heart center, and then we're gonna go into our puppy pose. So another heart opener here. We're bringing our hands to the top of the mat and just dropping forward. And we want this to be in our chest area and our shoulders. So we don't want to drop our belly too much. And we're trying to get our chin on the mat if we can. One breath, release. And then come up into your tabletop position again. And we're going to extend our right leg, toes pointed down. We're going to lift as high as we can while keeping our belly in and extending the left arm out. Good, holding. Good, and then reaching around, we're going to take the left hand, grab the top of our foot, and just pull back if we can. Reach, reach, reach. Good, and back to our tabletop position, and other leg goes out, toes pointed down. Try to keep a balance equal, both hands, and then extending the right arm over. And then taking a deep breath, grabbing the outside of the opposite foot and reach up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then bringing the arm back and the leg and sit down. Nice. Come right into Baddha Konasana. So we're bringing our toes and our heels together. Ooh, just heard a nice crack. And then sit up nice and tall and just notice how you're feeling right now. Probably feeling a little bit better as you move your body, as your body gets warmer. And then start to bring your body forward, if you can. Maybe pushing the knees down towards the mat. Or you can place your hands behind as well. Good. And extending our right leg out to the side. Keep the left one in for a side stretch. Bringing the left arm over, reaching over to the right, reaching up. And a good distraction sometimes too is just to focus on something in your house. Could be a pet. It could be, I don't know, favorite rug that you just bought. Or maybe you're looking out the window and you can see the sun. Give gratitude for things that bring you joy. Good. Come up to neutral, and then slowly we're actually going to go right into the other side. So now we're towards the bent knee. Again, maybe noticing something in our house or surroundings that, just brings us a little bit of joy. And then coming up to neutral and switching sides. Leaning over towards the left leg. Reaching up or over. So two options. You could bring your arm all the way up to the sky straight up, looking forward, or you can start to bend over towards that foot. Flex or point. You could just see how you feel. Good. And then over to the other side. So over towards the bent knee. Taking a deep breath in. So the best thing to do if you start to realize that you're alone, right? Come back up to center. Give your legs a little bit of a shake forward, just into a little forward fold, is to come back to your breath and come back to the present moment. So crossing your legs here, as we close our practice, we're gonna take that moment. And this is something that you can do whenever you do feel like certain negative emotions are coming back to you and certain thoughts, or maybe you're missing someone that you need to let go of, the benefit for you, that you need to move on, that you love yourself enough to say no more. And the best thing that we can do at those times is to come back to the present moment. We're gonna end our class lying down. So one vertebra at a time, give yourself a head to toe stretch. Now this isn't your average yoga class, I realize that, but you can, save or share this quick practice anytime you feel alone or lost, and just know that you're not. Realize that everybody goes through these moments in their life where they feel like they have no one. They feel like that they are lost and that they will never find love, and that they won't find love within themselves, or they won't find love with another. And that the ultimate goal is to continue working on yourself, working on your journey towards the self-love, so that you no longer need the exterior. You no longer need to focus on finding anyone to complete you, that you know how to complete yourself. And during these times when you learn how to complete yourself is when you can start to manifest and bring maybe someone else, a person, a situation, and relationships in your life that ultimately will bring you additional joy, but you don't necessarily need it because you know how to bring joy into your heart. So let's close our eyes and just focus on our breath. Nice. Good. At this moment too, you can visualize you on a beautiful beach or in a beautiful meadow, and you're just lying down and you're feeling the sun on your skin, and you feel safe and you feel protected and you feel complete and you feel loved. Start to take some more deep breaths in and out. Just focus on what you're thinking about, the scene of you lying down. And then take your one arm over your head into your fetal position. Curl up into a nice little ball. And then push yourself up. Notice the strength and the positive energy that you have within yourself right now. Know that you can come back to this moment whenever you wish, through your breath and through your movement. Know that you are never alone, that you are guided, and that everything that happens to you is happening to create a higher vibrational soul within your human form and your human existence. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.